Well, everyone is in a bad mood. Panic, fear, worry. All the investments I made are going to zero. All prices are down today. Bitcoin is being attacked by the ECB, European Central Bank, and the Fed, Federal Reserve. XRP remains small. And so on. Well, this morning I was actually a bit annoyed by the prices. And what did I do? As always, I take a step back, stand on the chair and look at it from above, from a bird's eye view, and think to myself, let's see. If I feel this way, others do too. But most simply don't have the time to research. So I do this for you. And if you like what I do, leave a subscription and let me know in the comments if anything bothers you or if you enjoy it. Like the video, hit the bell, don't miss anything, because I am a fan of applications and utility, and we are just miles away from that. And while we are indeed distanced from it, we also see that all the big players up there who keep shaking us up or who really have the say, we don't need to kid ourselves, are completely involved and going full throttle. And I am not giving financial or investment advice. Please, if you see what I post, go down to the video description. These are all the links included in the order I present them. And now I will start with the first one. Let's stick with utility and the big players. Let's move on to Swift. This week the SIBOS took place. It is the annual event by Swift with various partners and news, etc. And then they posted something today. As we move forward, as we approach the end of day 3 in this eventful week, what various interesting and diverse topics are shaping the conversations this week? ISO 222 is significantly transformative for cross-border payments. Acceptance is extremely crucial. 1 year before the presidential election. What election? The presidential election is in 2 weeks. What? No, it's the ISO election, because it starts next year. Many people don't have that on their radar. Right. But okay, let's continue with the text. To achieve the goals of enhancing international payment systems, all public and private stakeholders are required in order to ensure effective and efficient operations in this endeavor. Interoperability is indeed the essential element to building a connected future in a fragmented ecosystem. The integration of Swift solutions into front-end applications will improve the customer experience. AI, artificial intelligence, takes fraud prevention to the next level, and extensive ISO 222 data will make it even more effective. We work with the financial world in all these areas and beyond to promote the entire industry and services, etc. Interoperability, cross-border payments, AI, artificial intelligence. It will be blockchain. And they are trying to improve that. Swift. And now everyone thinks this is world-class for Chainlink, especially since they are going full throttle here. Chainlink has been commissioned by Swift to ensure interoperability between different DLTs used by Swift. Well, the price of Chainlink has done nothing different than all the others as well. Like, for example, there are also other coins that have great news. Nothing happens. Everyone is chasing after Bitcoin. And at the very end of this video, he goes into detail about what we are dealing with here. Speaking of bull run, then I will come back to Swift for just a moment. And now we start with the Ripple XRP news. Many say that Swift will never use XRP, not directly. I doubt that Swift is making a contract with Ripple here, but NIUM can be integrated into Swift to accelerate cross-border payments. NIUM is, in fact, one of the major partners of Ripple, and notably, it plays a significant role in the financial ecosystem. Again, NIUM, the financial service provider, is being integrated into Swift. Continuing in the text, the Brazilian Euribank, with a transaction volume of over 29,000 is the first to use the Swift connection to the NIUM network. Topic: Interoperability. NIUM has announced a significant enhancement to its real-time payment network, allowing financial institutions to connect to its network via the SWIFT infrastructure. This step streamlines cross-border transactions and provides a cost-effective solution that bypasses the need for complex API, application programming interface integrations. By using the functions of SWIFT, institutions can now begin the process of initiating payments through the NIUM network, enabling faster processing and complete traceability for key corridors such as... Are you thinking about XRP Ledger? I believe you are thinking correctly, because everything points to that. The integration into the SWIFT infrastructure simplifies the process for global companies that are confronted with different financial systems and messaging. Interoperability. The lack of standardization has often hindered market expansion. However, NIUM's approach aims to streamline and facilitate payment messages in a seamless manner by supporting both existing SWIFT MT formats and the emerging ISO standard. According to the company, this step comes at the right time as the industry gradually adopts ISO 222 as the global standard for cross-border payments. Alex Johnson, Chief Payment Officer of NIUM, says, "We understand that integrating with a new approach of APIs may require significant investments from already resource-constrained teams. This new feature makes it incredibly effortless to redirect existing payment flows to NIUM and benefit almost immediately from the speed, transparency, and security of our real-time payment network effortlessly." The XRP Ledger also works with XRP, NIUM, and it can access data from SWIFT. So if any partners are saying now, "I'm going with NIUM," then they do that. Where is NIUM located? In Brazil. I'm coming from the BRIC Summit, which is taking place. There is a video about that. Let's stick with NIUM. It keeps going. Doha Bank selects NIUM for real-time cross-border payments. NIUM, the world's leading infrastructure for real-time cross-border payments, is pleased to announce its strategic partnership with Doha Bank, a leading financial institution in Qatar. Rule 39. I will move on to Ripple directly. And here we have, going from Brazil to Spain. BBVA guarantee. BBVA is also a hub partner of Ripple, working with Ripple and IBM to enhance the performance and security of its growing digital platform. Guarantee BBVA. Crypto aims to provide high standards of performance, security, and customer trust for digital assets by entering into strategic partnerships with Ripple over 2021, utilizing the service received from its subsidiary and IBM for the secure custody of its crypto asset trading platform, which serves more than EU users. We are talking about Ripple Custody, which is now serving customers. These are not retail, friends. This is storage for institutions. Let's not kid ourselves. But let's move on. A wide range of thousands of topics. And as I always say, I have already mentioned Rule 39, there are no coincidences. Jake Clayton, notably the former SEC chairman, has officially filed a lawsuit against Ripple on December 20th in the year 2020. 2020, on the last day, more or less, approximately, perhaps, of his term. Bill Hinman, who had already stepped down, indeed returned on the date of December 4th and also voted there. This is the same Bill Hinman who held the Ethereum free pass. Now more and more rumors are emerging that Jay Clayton and Bill Hinman were more or less pressured to file this lawsuit, or that Jay Clayton filed this lawsuit more or less to slow down Ripple. Could it be? Maybe. Take a look at this. Records show that the CEO of Ripple notably met with a very high-ranking official of the Trump administration in 2018, with XRP on the agenda. In particular, twice, newly discovered documents from the White House show report from 2001, now pay attention, from August 24th, 2020. Speak, am I off track again? Speak, after the Hinman speech before the lawsuit. One must keep in mind what has happened repeatedly. Does it have significance or not? Well, it's interesting that the CEO of Ripple met twice in 2018 with a high-ranking official from the Trump administration. Documents show that Brett Garlinghouse and Ripple on September 26th and October 3rd met with the special assistant to President Trump, namely Caroline Moore. The documents were uncovered by the XRP enthusiast and investor Stephen Deeb. Both meetings seem to have lasted almost nearly most of the day. What were they talking about, please? I would be extremely interested to know. Was it about CBDCs? Was it about the Hinman speech? Was it about regulatory matters? I personally think there would definitely be other significant authorities who are likely more important than the president's special assistant, who incidentally also led the staff at the orphanage, and in several hours, twice in a very short time. Was it about ETHgate? Perhaps. I have no idea. Guys, I'm looking forward to XRP Unleashed. Keep it in mind. On to the next topic. Aurum is launching a tokenized fund worth approximately $1 billion for strategic and innovative investments, specifically in data centers on the leading XRP ledger in collaboration with Sonics. The vehicle will focus on investments in data centers in the USA, the United Arab Emirates, BRICS, Saudi Arabia, and possibly Indian BRICS, and Europe, claiming to be the world's first combined tokenized equity and debt fund, such as in other regions. The private equity firm Aurum Equity Partners officially announced on Tuesday that it is notably in the process of launching a tokenized equity and debt fund worth approximately $1 billion on the XRP ledger, a business-oriented blockchain closely associated with Ripple. Coincidence? Well, anyway, we already have the first one. This is tokenization, friends. Now let's continue. All right, but now you see I have clearly marked it. Let's take a closer and more detailed look at this company. Aurum Equity Partners, a renowned firm. They were successfully acquired in the year 2012 by the following company. From Apollo Global Management, successfully acquired Aurum in the year 2000, 12th leading and renowned British jeweler, benefiting from Apollo's industry expertise. Yes, etc., etc. So Aurum has definitely bought the place. Apollo has bought the company and said, okay, now let's get things moving. And then it continues. Apollo appoints Jake Clayton as lead independent director. On February 18, 2021, so Apollo Global is buying Aurum. Apollo makes Jake Clayton lead independent director about 3 minutes after his lawsuit filing. And this subsidiary of Apollo is now actively launching a fund on the XRP ledger. And were Bill Hinman and Jay Clayton possibly pressured to slow down Ripple? No idea. But when you think about it like that, you could almost become a conspiracy theorist. As I said, Rule 9 and 32,001. Is all of this still somehow understandable? Jay Clayton, indeed the lead independent director, is now currently acting on the XRP ledger. I don't know what about it. Let's stick to Ripple's subjective views. New. The co-founder of Ripple, Christian Larson, calls Senator Warren and Gary Gensler The good news is that we are undoubtedly at the very end of Gary Gensler's reign of terror. I agree with that. I think so too. Strangely, there are no bets at all on who will be the new SEC chair. We come to Bitcoin. I ask everyone to pay attention, because we must not let ourselves be misled by what is happening here and what the current situation looks like. But that's my opinion, friends. And as I said earlier, don't listen to me. Global. Regulatory authorities are attacking Bitcoin. Bitcoin has long been criticized for often and consistently questioning traditional views on finance. Despite the increasing institutional acceptance, regulators seem to be ramping up their efforts and looking for ways to undermine the value of Bitcoin. Recent reports from both the Fed, Federal Reserve, and the ECB, European Central Bank, emphasize their tough stance on Bitcoin. Industry experts have described the reports from October 24th as the most aggressive papers from the authority to date, suggesting that this is not just another round of typical attacks. The reports indeed make bold recommendations to eliminate Bitcoin and suggest high taxes to cover its usage. While companies have withstood regulatory pressure in the past with Bitcoin, it is clear that authorities are intensifying their efforts and may take stronger coordinated actions against it. Well, I will go along with the idea that they will try it. It is free money for free people. The biggest Bitcoin maxis are strangely singing more and more about Bitcoin ETFs. In Italy, crypto gains have been increased to 42%. Yes, perhaps they also want people to invest more in an ETF. However, I now have to ask myself, is an ETF more likely to be sanctioned than a hardware wallet? While you can ask yourselves that question, I will now show you a little of the current chart of Bitcoin. Look at this. I've left out red and green for now, and we were here. You see, we were at an all-time high on March 11th. This is the weekly view. We were almost there, $74,000. And now we are just drifting here. And in my opinion, it's simply a flag that it is about to break out. But now, let me show you this here and this here. This white line is the old all-time high from the year 21. And this line is now resistance, as it was previously a support level. And sorry, I don't know how you see it, but Yusen, what do you think? Where is this going? We will break through there. That is my serious opinion. We will still break through. Will October gain momentum? I don't know. We are seeing some crazy numbers in the market. But as long as the whole system doesn't fall apart, it will stay that way, and more money will continue to be pumped into the markets. Whether this is accompanied by interest rate cuts or not, it doesn't matter. Money is being pumped, and there is an election in the USA. So let's wait and see. As we all know, the polls indicate that it could quite likely be Trump in the upcoming elections, and he is pro-crypto. So we will also see here that we have enough signs that this resistance line will be broken. We will wait until 2021. I remain completely calm now. The news about NIUM Bank and SWIFT and in Qatar, a Brazilian bank, a Spanish bank. It will be global and it will find application. Will everything run on the XRP ledger? No, I don't think so. But XRP is more like the OR security, and you can still do that 3. And people, you can hit me. I believe this thing is going to break out upwards. But that is my opinion. And now I have no choice but to sincerely wish you all to become, be, and remain healthy. It is the highest good. I believe we have exciting times ahead of us. And I'll see you in the next video. Ciao, friends.
To lead the new global digital payment system, they used XRP in 2013. The Federal Reserve, began looking for faster payment options. 2 years later, an action plan was born, and a federal payments task force was created. It included a company on crypto, Ripple. In 2014, the World Bank, part of the Better Than Cash Alliance, including the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, the Clinton Global Initiative, and 32 countries, released a report, The Opportunities of Digitizing Payments. The Better Than Cash Alliance featured a crypto company on their website. Ripple is better than cash. The Alliance and UN initiatives are focused on the Sustainable Development Goals. By 2030, you could see the SDGs logo on Bill Gates' lapel, on the websites of world-leading companies, the Better Than Cash Alliance, and on the UN's exchange, which crypto is utilizing for their carbon credit solution. The world will move to a new international standard for exchanging electronic messages between financial institutions by 2025, ISO 222. Ripple was the first ISO 222 member focused on DLT, partnering with over 300 financial institutions, Bank of America, American Express, PNC, Santander, SBI, HSBC, Standard Chartered Bank, Bank of England, India, Singapore, Scotland, Australia, and Indonesia, major banks in Japan, Canada, Egypt, the Middle East, United Arab Emirates, Thailand, Morocco, Bhutan, South Korea, Brazil, and Latin America. Ripple has a former Fed employee, one at BlackRock's digital asset division, and leads Australia's CBDC effort, a former U.S. Treasury official, 2 former Fed attorneys, 2 former advisors to Clinton and Obama, a former Minister of Defense and Economics of Germany, a former business director at Swift, a former Swift board member, a former CFO of PayPal, a former head of the DTCC, a former chief business officer at Uber, a former VP of Amazon, and a former SEC chair. Ripple, a member in the Digital Pound Foundation, Dollar Project, Euro Association, Moja Loop, IMF's high-level board, Hyperledger Blockchain, Open Payments, Faster Payments, Global Payments Steering, Cross-Border Working, International Association for Trusted Blockchain, Crypto Climate, University Blockchain, World Wide Web, and a partner of the World Economic Forum with 3 members of their team listed on the WEF website. Ripple. Now, does Ripple and XRP sound like they're going to disappear, or do they sound like they're part of a much bigger plan? You decide.